The woman smashed the gift her husband had given her, then quietly hid a camera in the corner of the room. After that, she walked away from the place they had called home for 5 years. If her husband ever found out that the perfect decoy he had so carefully groomed was finally breaking free, how would he react? To everyone else, the man seemed deeply devoted to his wife, showering her with affection and gifts, as if trying to give her the whole world. In return for his overwhelming love, even lost their child. Until one day, she accidentally overheard a conversation between her husband and his assistant. The truth hit her like a thunderbolt. All his affection had been a lie. He hadn't loved her, he had used her. She is just a pawn used to distract those who want to retaliate against him. She realized the love she had believed in for 5 years had been nothing but a cruel deception. Every sacrifice, suddenly it all felt like a joke. With her mind finally clear, she immediately began the process of erasing her identity, determined to disappear from his world within 3 days. Meanwhile, her husband, completely unaware, was still playing the doting spouse. When he saw the wounds on her body, he rushed to treat them, his care seemingly genuine. For a brief moment, it almost made her doubt herself. Maybe he did care, but as soon as she closed her eyes, she overheard him giving orders to his team, send the top medical experts to treat his ex-girlfriend's minor injuries. The next moment, he left, without hesitation, abandoning her once again. At this moment, the woman is completely heartbroken. Soon after, one of her aides sent her a link to the ex-girlfriend's social media. In one of the posts, she noticed a familiar-looking journal. She remembered that her husband had a matching one. When she opened his journal, the truth unfolded in full. He had used only the finest materials to design clothes for his ex-girlfriend, but the scarf he gave his wife? It had been made from leftover fabric. The gifts she has received with all her heart in the past 5 years. Surprisingly, they are all rejected by first love. Her 5-year perfect marriage was nothing but a well-crafted illusion. And now, she was done playing her part. Just then, her assistant informed her that the identity cancellation would take effect in 24 hours. That night, as her husband sneaked out to meet his ex again, she stopped him at the door. She reminded him, softly, that today was her birthday and asked him to be home before dark. Then she reached out to the ex. They met at a quiet location, and as she had suspected, she caught her husband and his ex on a date. Even though she already knew the truth, seeing it with her own eyes still tore her heart apart. After her husband left, she calmly approached the woman and said, "If you can get his signature, I'll disappear from your lives, for good." Without hesitation, the ex agreed. An hour later, the divorce papers were signed and settled privately. She returned home, tossed out every gift her husband had ever given her, and left behind a goodbye letter. Stuffed it into a diary revealing the truth. Then she walked away without looking back. Meanwhile, her husband, still enjoying his evening with his ex, had completely forgotten the promise to return before nightfall. But this time, there would be no one calling to remind him. Not until his assistant handed him the divorce agreement did he finally realize he had lost her.